So you may have heard that there's an executive order taking away automatic citizenship for people who are born in the United States. And this executive order, what it really says is that if you're a U.S. citizen or a green card holder and you have a child in the U.S., then that child will automatically become a citizen still. This applies to people who are on different types of visas or undocumented, saying that their children who are born here will not get automatic citizenship. This policy will take effect 30 days after the executive order, which means it will apply to children born on or after February 20th, 2025. Now, this executive order has been challenged, so we'll see if it ends up being able to take effect on February 20th, but as of right now, that is what is going to happen.
Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for engaging, for commenting, for subscribing. Y'all are the best. Thank you for supporting your girl on this channel. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. So in today's video,
no president can unilaterally change the Constitution on a whim. Only constitutional amendments can change the Constitution. That is why just a few moments ago, I, along with the Attorneys General of Illinois, Oregon, and Washington, sued President Trump in the Western District of Washington. Another group of attorneys general are filing a separate case in the District of Massachusetts. While the president has broad authority on matters of immigration, our lawsuit asserts that the president acted far outside the bounds of his legal authority in issuing this order, and allowing federal agencies to implement and enforce it will harm thousands of Arizonans and the state at large. Unlawfully stripping U.S. citizens of their right to citizenship will impact their future ability to vote, travel abroad, secure housing, access health care, seek employment, run for public office, serve on juries, and, more generally, participate fully in American society. This lawless order is not only nakedly unconstitutional, it is an attack on families and children in this state and across this country. And it will cause irreparable damage and harm to Arizonans. This order would risk repeating one of the worst mistakes in our nation's history. The 14th Amendment protects the rights of every American citizen, no matter their ancestry. Only in a nation where every child is born with the same inalienable, God-given rights can any of us truly be free. That is why we cannot and will not allow the Constitution to be undermined in this way, and this illegal order will not stand.
Marco Rubio is an American because of birthright citizenship. Born in Florida to Cuban immigrants who became citizens in 1975, his story shows how the 14th Amendment defines us as a nation of opportunity and inclusion. And you got Bobby Jindal, born in Baton Rouge in 1971, and he's a U.S. citizen thanks to birthright citizenship again. His mother, a legal permanent resident, was getting her graduate degree when he was born. Birthright citizenship.
Trump 2.0 is attempting to end birthright citizenship. This should really scare everybody. So what is birthright citizenship? Well, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution has long been held to say that those born in the US are US citizens. That's how it's been interpreted all this time. It's pretty clear that that is what it means. Now, this executive order that has been issued by the Trump administration is essentially getting rid of that. And this executive order says that children born in the US will no longer be considered citizens under the following two circumstances. So if the child's mother is unlawfully present in the US and the father is not a US citizen or a permanent resident at the time of birth, that child will no longer be considered a US citizen. Or if the mother is in the US, the mother's in the US in lawful status but temporary, so as a visitor or on a visa, and the father is not a US citizen or a lawful permanent resident. So in both of those scenarios, children will not be considered a US citizen at birth. We, those immigration lawyers, had a feeling that this was coming, but this is pretty outrageous and it is unconstitutional. And it's absolutely going to be challenged. I don't think it will be long before a lawsuit is filed. So yeah, here we go. A couple of hours into the presidency and the Trump administration is trying to end birthright citizenship. So watch this space for further info.
A lot of accounts are talking about birthright citizenship right now, and I keep seeing some variation of the statement, it's in the Constitution, so Trump can't touch it. And I gotta tell you, I think you're doing your audience a disservice. I gotta tell you that I think statements like this are giving a false sense of security. Yes, of course, the Constitution protects birthright citizenship. Yes, of course, there is legal precedent for it. I personally believe that birthright citizenship is sewn into the very fabric of this country. But here's the thing about precedent. It's precedent until it's not. Hello, Roe v. Wade. Hello, Chevron deference. Courts can overturn and reinterpret. They can tell you that the words in the Constitution don't actually mean what you think they mean. And here's what really concerns me about the Supreme Court. It's not the 6-3 conservative majority lean. I could take it or leave it, though that's definitely a factor. My biggest concern, however, is that this iteration of the court, to me, is unpredictable. I genuinely don't know what this court will do from one day to the next. That unpredictability makes this issue even more complicated. And let's not forget, this isn't some hypothetical attack. Conservative scholarship and attorneys have been working on this for years. They've written papers, refined arguments, and prepared strategies to challenge birthright citizenship. These are smart and capable lawyers, and I can't for the life of me understand why people are brushing off their arguments. You need to take these arguments seriously. So when people say it's in the Constitution, so it's untouchable, they're giving you a false sense of security. I know it's more nuanced than that, but I do think that's the gist, the takeaway that most people are getting. And I want to say, do you trust the Supreme Court to see the issue the same way you do? I wouldn't bet on it. Comfort is not the same as preparation. So I'm not saying this to scare you. I don't think you should be paralyzed with fear, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat it for you. Birthright citizenship has, of course, survived for longer than we've been alive, but the challenges ahead are real. Stay informed, stay prepared, but most importantly, don't let comfort keep you inside your comfort zone and prevent you from seeing the bigger picture, because the bigger picture is coming, whether you like it or not.
Trump signed a bunch of press releases today. Sorry, executive orders. But of all of them, this is the one that I want to laugh at. By the way, ABC, what is this headline? You're just going to say it like it's true. This is a joke and you know it, but don't get distracted. Imagine if President Obama took office and on day one he signed an executive order that says guns are illegal. The right would lose their minds, right? Well, that's basically what Trump just tried to do, but with the 14th Amendment. He is, in effect, saying the Constitution isn't valid anymore, because it's the Constitution that says in order to invalidate an amendment, you have to pass a new one. In passing an amendment, first you have to propose the amendment, which requires a 2/3 majority in the House and in the Senate, and then to ratify it, you have to have 3/4 of the states approve it, which is 38 states. And when Trump's Congress can't even keep the lights on, I can't imagine them getting 2/3 majority vote in the House and the Senate on anything. But sure, Trump, keep fannying about with your press releases. And just know that in exactly 4 years, they're all going in the bin.
Good afternoon. I had agreed to go dark today, and I have gone dark on other platforms, by the way. But as information is coming down and had to get some stuff out there, I had to be on here. But now that the inauguration is over, right? And the first statement of order of business. Now, this is for a certain demographic, right? This is not for MAGA. Actually, as you hear this statement, you should be happy because you're getting exactly what you wanted. But this is for my Latinos for Trump supporters. Now, if you go down my videos, and those that remember me, if I haven't blocked you, you'll see that I have a video on denaturalization of citizens, but I also have one on birthright citizenship.
And because I took the time to read Project 2025, I knew it was in there and I made a video about it. And I try to warn y'all that birthright citizenship was being threatened. And y'all were like, no, no. Yes, yes. And here's another comment I heard. It's in the Constitution. It's in the 14th Amendment. He can't do it. Well, he also said, I know it's in the Constitution and it's going to require a change. So, with full control of the judicial branch, full control of the legislative branch, and full control of the executive branch, I don't think he's going to have a hard time getting 38 states so he can ratify that into law. But here's where my job gets really, really, really fun. I get to say, I told you so. I told you that I was a researcher. I told you I was a reader. And I told you I had read Project 2025. I told you so. And so this is the part where I say, I told you so. I told you. And here's the deal, right? Let's just hope, for your sake, that it is birthright citizenship moving forward and not retroactive, where he goes back in time and rescinds it for everyone that already has it. Okay? Let's just hope. But at the rate that he wants to deport people out of this country, I'm going to make another prediction. I'm pretty sure he's going to go back in time and try to rescind it from everyone. And he's going to make exceptions for people like Marco Rubio, Vivek Ramaswamy, Kash Patel. You know, those people that are also immigrants. But because they work for him and they're loyalists, right? I don't think those are going to be affected. But all of you, when he told you that he only wanted you for your vote and you gave it to him, yeah, he doesn't give two craps about you. So with that being said, this is the fun part of my job again. I told you so. Now, you may want to do one or two things. When I'm telling you something, you might want to listen. But if you don't, makes me no difference, because his first order of business is to rescind birthright citizenship. But y'all have the day y'all deserve.
Hi guys. So one thing is certain, it's gonna be a long 4 years. And let's hope that, maybe it's going to be just 4 years and there's not going to be a second term, because it's gonna be a long one. I read an article where somebody was trying to say that even right now, women are so scared to the extent that doctors' appointments are being booked. I mean, pregnant women. Doctors' appointments are being booked. That's how scared they are. They all want to, put to bed fast and give birth to their children before February 19th. So that whatever it is, they are still covered between now and February 19th. So they don't know what's going to happen after February 19th. So they are all in a hurry. Some are even, going to the extent of saying, oh yes, whatever it is, I really don't care. Just take this baby out of me. I have to give birth to a citizen and all of that. I mean, I can't even begin to mention, you know, the health implications that might have on the mother and the children. But like all these people said in all these videos, I mean, it's going to be a long battle. He might succeed and he might not succeed. At this point, nobody knows. Yeah, the judge has, ruled against it, temporarily stopping it, managed to get some states to cooperate. But who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? Let me know what you guys think about this, because I really don't want to say much about this, because I've thought far, I've thought near, I've thought sideways, I've thought I've really thought far, guys, and I'm just trying to see if the positive, effects of these actually outweighs the negative consequences this is about to bring. And it's not looking good. On my side, it's not looking good. And let me know what you guys think. Are you for this motion or are you against this motion? Do you believe that this birthright citizenship thing will actually, um, be better for the economy? Do you think all those people, coming to give birth who are, maybe on a tourist visa, or maybe they are just, they have their money, they want to come and, brought a citizen. Do you think it's actually a good move? Do you think the president, is making the right decision? Let me know what you think in the comment section. I really want to hear from you guys. I want to read what you have to say. I know I have great minds on this page. I really, really love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to stay safe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.